Well, hello there, parents. So, are you worried about what your child's going to do to differentiate themselves from the thousands of students out there who have 4.5 GPAs, 1,600 SATs, or 32 ACT scores? Well, it's not their GPA or their test scores or their extracurriculars necessarily that are going to get them into top colleges. It's going to be their personal statement. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. How do you determine who to work with on that? Um, you want to work with somebody who's gotten into a top college. And yes, with a mediocre GPA and test scores, yes, I got into the top college in the nation right out of high school. Um, now here's the thing that I'll tell you a little story, and maybe this might help you to narrow that field because it's time is running out. You're nervous as a parent, and you want to know in your heart and your mind that you can sleep better at night knowing that you've made the right choice, the informed choice. And so let me give you a little story here. I'm working with a student, and her essay is missing the essential qualities that I think top colleges are going to want to prioritize. And I think looking at that essay, I said to myself, I wouldn't admit this student. And so I asked the student to dig deeper. Tell us who you are and why it matters. Remember those two questions. And, something that they don't tell you is that colleges are looking for return on investment, are they not? They're looking for students who are going to take advantage of the opportunities to create community. Why? Because then they will network. Then they will form those connections with other people in the field while they're still in college and beyond college and make Nobel Prize winning discoveries, right? And make massive impact in the field because the colleges are trying to protect their reputation so that future students will say, aha, we are sending our student to that college because they turn out the best people in industry. And we can look at CEOs of these four companies and say, aha, they went to that college. Now, how does this relate to you making a choice? Well, working with the student and reflecting upon my own experiences, what got me into the top college in the nation with a mediocre GPA and test scores was my honest connection to those communities through music. We were serving people through music. So I asked the student to dig deeper into how she's going to provide value for others. She couldn't really answer that question. So, what do I say to her? Do I say to her, well, sorry, I don't think you really have good chances, and let's just make this essay the best it can be, kind of like working harder instead of smarter? I said, no. So, we did some digging, we did some reflecting, and we came up with some thoughts that she had about how she can turn robotics um, into something that helps somebody else. She'd never quite thought of it before that way. She was involved in robotics and coding as well. What's my point here? I work with students to teach them, to transform them through the process of asking themselves questions. And I provide those questions for them so they can answer those questions. Who am I? Her essay did not answer that question. It gave me a great story of struggle and perseverance, and also why it matters to the college. All right, so I just explained that to you already. Well, this is a transformative process where I'm teaching her what it means to be part of a top college. And so this transformation, now here's a trick. If your student's already in 11th grade or 12th grade, does that mean they have to go back in time and change their extracurricular activities, change who they are? No. They dig deeper into the future or the past until they make an honest connection here and here with their natural empathy. And that is a process that does take some steps, it takes some guidance. And once that awareness is there, the light bulbs go off. And once the light bulbs go off, you realize it's not even about how the essay is written, it's about what it communicates. And also reaching the heart through the secrets of narrative and surpassing quality stories. Not just telling a story. What makes a story stick with the reader from thousands of other stories? I have specialized training in that. So if you want to know further, look in the description of this video or click the link wherever you find this video. You'll find some sort of way to connect with me. Send me a message and say, college personal statement. And what I will do is I'll give you details on exactly how many sessions it can take your student, and I will give you a customized roadmap for that. And I'm thinking of having some groups for this, but there's a heavy need that students need for one-on-one, individualized, private guidance for the essay, because some of these topics are very personal, they're very private, and the student needs that one-on-one attention. So that's one of the main things I do provide for students, okay? Kevin Shaw here, and I also tutor 11th and 12th graders to be the best in our class, from advanced to being best, or struggling writers to be actually in the excellent category. So if they're looking into AP level courses, honors levels courses, or taking college courses while still in high school, what do they need to succeed? What are the 4 magic questions? What are the 3 magic pillars? I have that. So ask for a strategy success session if you're interested in tutoring. 9th and 10th graders as well, getting them ready for high school. They need a lot of help. They need tools. They need the 47 literary terms that every student needs to know to be able to read and write anything. They need that. And so feel free to ask for that within the context of the strategy success session. We'll do a deep dive. We'll give you a customized roadmap. It's free of charge for my tutoring students. For others, there's a nominal charge, which is super affordable, but gives you goal setting as well and a detailed roadmap with those tools that I mentioned. Talk to you soon.